There you go. Great job.
Average. She hits that one hard, but caught. Soo-Jin Berry, the line drive, another great play for this middle infield duo. A dive, a catch by Berry. Jenna
on the ground softly to short, a collision there. And so, because of that, Simone will be ruled out. The collision obstructing Soo-Jin Berry from getting to that ball and making a throw. And so, Grossenbacher will reach first.
Yeah, we've had a catcher's interference. We've had an obstruction in the base paths. What's the triple play? What's the name? There's Iowa fans with jackets and sweaters on. Iowa fans. I mean, they're supposed to be used to this stuff.
They're used to a whole lot worse than this. Sliding attempted a catch, not there. Brooke McCann going to second. The throw is there in more than enough time, and the tag applied.
As a slow roller up the middle, shortstop Berry picks it up, fires to first for out number one. Now it'll be Adriana Young, the junior, digging in. As Soo-Jin Berry able to pick up out number one. The 2-2. Slow roller up the middle. Berry charges, fires to first in time. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Tommies. They still lead by 1 as the Hawkeyes. Coming up next, it's Hannah Lindsay, Desiree Rivera, and Alyssa Ramos.
And that final slow roller where Berry throws it to first.
Pokes it left side, down the left field line for a base hit. Berry digging for 2, and she will slide in with a 2-out double. Some good 2-out hitting there from Berry, and like you said, working some deep counts, able to just poke that one down the left field line.
Just right down that left field line. Carby just missed it.
It's now down St. Thomas ever since giving up that run back in the first inning. First pitch to Carby, ground ball to the shortstop. Berry picks it up, fires to first for out number 1. And that has just been what Jalen Adams has been able to deliver. Soft contact and a lot of swing and miss stuff. From what you've seen, Avery, what has led to?
One runner on, but she's one of the more productive bats for the
ground
Townies.
Ball will be easily fielded by the Hawkeyes. That was Soo-Jin Berry that made the today. Soo-Jin Berry with a 3.19 batting average. And that's going to be a ground ball over to the shortstop, but Berry will be safe very easily. As you know, from my point of view, it's the braid that's covering that area where it would look like a 9, as there's the ground ball over to shortstop. That will conclude as out on second base is Leonard.
With it, but that slugging percentage, 580, is what's really impressive.
She'll connect on the third hit. Not able to be fielded there at left center, and Berry is able to slide her way to second. So an RBI double.
It's still close, though. Still a competitive pitch.
And an easy snag. Soo-Jin Berry maybe not necessarily easy, but had to make her way over to slightly in front of second base, but makes it look easy.
Yeah, that ball
That's my
almost popped
reaction.
out on her there. Able to put a hand on top of it, keep that control, and get the out. Good play out at short.
Skies that one into left, back on it, Minnick towards the track, looking up, goodbye. Right on cue. The 5th of the year for Sujin Berry, and Iowa tacks on another.
And for Copeland, just 2 homers allowed coming into the game and already 2 homers allowed this inning. And, you know, Iowa, it's out of nowhere, it feels like. And it may be catching Indiana a bit off guard, and already we have a pitching change.
So Indiana is going to turn to a freshman.
It's just a 2-game set. There's going to be more offense. You're seeing pitchers more. And especially with the ball as slick as it is. Ground ball to second, could be 2. There's 1. The return to first. It's a double play.
Wow.
Great. Known for its offense. Came in at 398. Best in the country. Next pitch is down low. The throw to second is in time. What a throw from 2 hits. Indiana with an error in the field. There's a ball hit on the ground. Nice job by Strader on the backhand. The throw across is not in time as Berry.
It feels like it's her team.
Laces 1 up the middle. That drops in front of Kettleman for a base hit. Everyone else moves up station to station. And Iowa keeps the line moving. Think of Big Ten football. You think of Iowa in defense, and the softball team certainly echoes that. Ball on the ground to short. Nice play by Berry to retire. First game was much shorter than the previous 2 by that measure. 3-2 hit in the air, shallow left. Going out is Berry. Sujin Berry makes the catch. Running over her back shoulder for the...
To Berry. This one's lifted out towards right center. Drops in for a base hit. Sujin Berry, the first base runner for the Hawks with 2 outs. 2-1. Ground ball to the left side. Berry picks it up, fires to first in time to get the speedy slim. But up and down, this is a very talented lineup as it's popped up into the air. Shallow center. Berry makes the catch for out number 3 as the Bruins. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball left side to Berry. Fires to first. Gets the out. And Castro ahead 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Berry flips it to second. The relay to first is in time. Hawkeyes turn. The 6-4-3 double play to limit the damage to just out towards left. 3-1. Ground ball to the left side. Nice backhand from Bragg. Long throw to first will be late as she bobbled it on the way up. A Bruins uniform. Here's the 1-1. Popped up left side. Berry out into shallow left center, and she makes the basket catch for out number 1. The wind just kept carrying it out. Devin Simon basically almost on the warning track out there in right field. Number back up the middle. Berry charges, fires to first. Good stretch from Johnson for out number 2.
As you said, AJ, this is a little bit of a different story than what we were seeing yesterday, as this ball is just kind of bloopered into the infield, and we just see Berry just make that play. And great job by Jenna Johnson just reaching out.
Against the Bruins. This one's lifted out towards center, giving chase, looking up, and over and gone. Sujin Berry, a 2-run bomb to center. And the Hawkeyes take their first lead of the weekend against the Bruins. 2-run shot to straightaway center. And her 6th home run of the season.
Just launched into center field, and it just kept going.
Caitlin Terry hasn't let up too many of those this season. Today on the hit by pitch. Ground ball right side. Young has it, flips to second for the out. And the Bruins leave the bases loaded, but still have a 2-run lead. Jalen Adams played. Here's the 0-1. This one's driven out to right center. Back on the warning track at the wall. It's gone. Sujin Berry, a 2-run bomb to right center, and the Hawkeyes extend their lead.
2 on the day for Sujin Berry. The entire team out of the dugout, clapping and cheering. So we just see that ball just smoked. And we see the wind just carry it out for another 2-run home run for Sujin Berry. The Hawkeyes extend their lead to 7 over the Bruins.
The Hawkeyes pouring it on here in the 6th. Over the 6th.
She's really working the vertical plane as that ball is launched by Sujin Berry up the middle. And we see...
From Gentry.
Right. And that brings up right fielder Allie Boyle, who puts the ball in play as Sujin Berry throws to first and gets the out, but...
Not exactly right back at home in Iowa City, but close enough I would assume some families here to watch.
She launches one straight on the ground to Sujin Berry, and she is called out. She gets to...
First.
And that ball just goes straight past Jalen Adams. Sujin Berry is able to take it.
Adams out of the circle as quickly as they can. As you can see, it's the 7th, and she's still out there.
Emma Veek launches one, missed by Avery Jackson. But
did reach in her second appearance with a walk. 2-2 pitch, swung on, slapped, and popped into the infield. Sujin Berry, the shortstop, right underneath it for out number 2 of the season. Or rather 12th of the season, I should say. She fires one out to center field. This one tracking back, hits off the wall. Sujin going towards second will hold up with a stand-up double as the ball just gets into the infield. Now fires away from the circle, back up the middle from Sujin Berry, and that'll be an easy base hit there. A single starts off the rally in the bottom of the 5th.
That's a bouncer to short. The throw in time for out number 2. Sujin Berry and Talia Tretton getting the out. And Lucy will have to stay at second with 2 down for the Badgers.
Good play over there. Blomberg was in the 3 spot, but now Kendra Lewis. Blomberg was in the 3 spot, and then Kendra Lewis with the clean.
Trying to add on to the lead. Lucy, that one to short. Sujin Berry with the throw to first. And out number didn't play in her first 2 seasons as a Badger. There's a drive into right. A moonshot from Sujin Berry. The Hawkeyes are going nowhere. It's 4-1.
Sujin Berry showing that there is still life in this Hawkeyes team. This makes it her 8th homer on the year. Again, this is someone who only hit 1 home run last year, making it her 8th on the year. That OPS is just going to continue going up from already quite high at 1100. That's a massive shot out of Sujin Berry, showing some life in this Iowa team. And for Gabby Salo going now to bat Olivia Bark.
Bark bounces to second. Sujin Berry out at first. A 1-2-3 inning from the Hawkeyes right when they needed it. We will step aside a 4-1 ball game here in Madison. A couple of times in game 1, but she also hit a home run. That one to second. Whitten makes the play, and the throw not in time, and Jenna Young is able to score. We're tied at 2. It was a tough play for Kaylee Whitten. She's able to stop the ball, but unable to get the throw in time.
We're going to get a second look at this play. It was a really good play there from Whitten, but it just looks like Bark wasn't on the bag, apparently, I think, according to our first base umpire.
Did not take long for not leave runners on base for Desiree Rivera, who had a 2-run homer in the first game. Here's the look at it. And very close, but I do think that Barry is there just in time.
Yep, I would agree with you there, Carter. I think she makes it in time.
And another games. That one to short. Sujin Berry. And the throw in time for out number 3.
Here comes the 1-1. That one swung and missed. And now we'll have the first runner in. Quickly, Iowa, Jenna's Young.
Well, and that's not with the highest.
And the swing from Bark gets in time for the first out.
Arkansas before transferring here to Nebraska.
As that pitch is hit up the middle, going to take it to first and get the out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ava Breadwell. Here's the pitch. That one's hit up the middle. Adams tries for second base. The turn to first is not in time.
The pitching and eating up most of the innings.
That one's popped up left side. Sujin Berry calling everyone off, and she'll make the play. Hoffman just missed. And here comes the pitch. That one's sent right side. Jackson going to chase down Gamazin. Sends it back, and they were able to tag her out at third. Check that.
0 in this series so far, and that will end her hitting drought. So base hit over to left field. Puts 2 runners on with 1 away for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, Hawkeyes got a little bit of life now. 2 runners on
the season. It's been walked 14 times, but she's going to make contact. That's going to get down for a double play maybe. Pitch to Casey Hoffman's called for a strike. Here's the second pitch. That's going to be a hopper to shortstop, and that's going to be the game. The Hawkeyes pick up a huge 5-2 win, avoid the series sweep against Nebraska, and picks up their first win against the Cornhuskers in 2 years
today. Other than that, the rest of them are 0 for 9.
Shot over the Sujin Berry, gets it on the backhand from her knees. Throw across is not going to be able to be scooped up by Brianna. And potentially an error as Brianna Johnson wasn't able to corral the throw from Sujin Berry. 0-1 count, the mashing. Right over the Sujin Berry at shortstop. Flip the second, looking for the double play. Over the first base is not in time. Called safe by Jonathan Hand.
On May 3rd last year, and she went 9 1/3 in that game.
Ground ball there. The Berry almost escapes her glove, but still fires the first base in time for out number 2. Finally firing away again. An off speed. Head over towards the left side. Just barely hits it in the outfield, but the shortstop Sujin Berry gets underneath it for out number 1.
Waiting for it to go foul before picking it up. A high IQ play, but they can't get their hands on this one. Runners in scoring position as Bennett rounds the bases looking to make the play at home, and she tags in. So the first run on the board for the Hawkeyes as Sujin Berry, a triple.
In this Maryland staff.
And Julia Shear, a two-way player, as she lines one down. Another one right into the hands of Talia Trenton, and 2 back-to-back and a couple of strikeouts. And that's chopped up right into the hands of Trenton at first for this Hawkeyes squad.
Yeah, and
she's swinging for the fences, Dash.
She's played a big role in this game. We see, that's a big swing right there.
She's going for it again. This time chops it up right inside. It's a bounce and in right over the head of Bailey Murphy. Adams delivers a slow rolling grounder. Tossed over to first, and Trenton. Throw is made in time for out number 3. Being at the plate, and she skies one down left field line. And it's picked up by Berry, the shortstop.
Ended up going 0 for 2. Again, not a lot of at-bats for this Maryland lineup, especially at the bottom. This one will be grounded over to shortstop. Berry throws it over to Johnson in time for the first out in Blue Springs South High School. She gets a start in game 2, and this one will be on the ground over to Sujin Berry again at shortstop. Slings it over to first base in time with Johnson. Shear's seen that ERA go just under 6 still. 5.95 as Berry grounds this one on the right side of the infield, out of the outstretched arm for Madison Runyon.
41 average in the 9th spot. First pitch for Jalen Adams is grounded to the shortstop Sujin Berry. Follow with 1 away in the 4th. 2-2, slapped over the head of Sammy Woods and into left center. And going to second for the second double of the inning is Sujin Berry. Tretton and Ramos. She gets another base hit here to left center. She'll stop at first this time. Adams 2-2 on a 1-hop to Berry. The throw to first is picked out by Tretton, who's Booker. 1-0. Driven to right center field. McFarland at the wall. This ball's over the wall. The cherry on top for Iowa. Sujin Berry clears the fence, and Iowa leads 7-2.
Clean inning of the day, and it ends with a nice play out there at shortstop by one of the Hawkeyes' best. Stay with us here for
NCAA Regional a year ago.
An impressive feat for the freshman, but she's going to ground out here to Sujin Berry at short.
The pop time, the ability on the swing and miss to throw it down. I mean, the throw is on the line, and you could tell it clearly. But that time, it was almost a deer and light situation, that slight hesitation. I think even get the barrel on playing to the ball.
She drills that right past the shortstop Walters for a strong hit line drive. The ball does go awry, chased down by the pitcher Britton, but that is their first hit of today coming from the stinging bat of Sujin Berry.
Taking it on the outer half, doing such a nice job, extending her bat all the way through the plane. And Walters, who had just shifted up the middle, this time it goes scorching past her. They become a top third team for Big Ten.
Berry, diving stop made. Barbonente makes the throw, but Berry beats it out. Great speed by Berry.
You can see the team even giving love all the way around. How can you not when you're able to lay out, make the throw? Those are one of those moments that you're just willing it to happen as a defense, even though that was a great call by our umpiring crew.
Chomps this one on the ground. Charging forward is Michaela Barbonente, and Berry is safe. The second time today, she is beat out an infield throw for a base hit. Bases loaded for the Hawkeyes, staying aggressive.
This is why I love our game. You have to be perfect. And the hustle here that we see out of the box, putting your head down, not caring that you just rolled over.
Behavior. But she is someone who holds others accountable, including herself. Here, she'll be thrown out on that ground ball. Softly tapped ground ball, fielded by Berry, and another 1-2-3 inning. Adams' work. George along the ground, scooped up, thrown over to first, is in time. She watches as much film of herself as she does opponents. And it's fun to see that hard work pay off for these players, looking to close it out with a series sweep. And
offensively,
pop up left side to Berry, who makes the catch for out number 2.
Executed well so that they can put something together offensively as this ball is bunted.
Jackson goes to third to get the lead runner and a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-2. Line drive up the middle and through for a base hit. A screamer right back from where it came. And Berry's aboard.
Down 0-1 in the count.
Lines left side and through for a base hit. Mattiello will score. Here comes Rivera from second. She will score. And back-to-back 2-run doubles for the Hawks. Into the postseason. Here's the 2-1 from Adams. Ground ball up the middle. It's Berry. Picks it up. Fires to first in time for out number 2.
Hawkeyes have to make up some ground. They've got to get themselves out of that situation as that one will go over and get Bashir's out, but still have those batters at those corners here.
Now 14 of 29 in her plate appearances with a runner in scoring position. Was able to move one over to third. Coffinger's speed cannot be underrated. It's the reason that she got to third so quick. Look at that. There wasn't even a chance to flip it over to third. She was already halfway there by the time the ball had rolled over to her.
Yeah, Berry scooping that. Wear the same socks. Maybe she has to do that as she goes for it. Dolazeki out. And that will be it. Sujin Berry closing it out for the Hawkeyes.
State was also very prolific at stealing bases.
This one a slap hit over towards second, potential double play ball, but content to get
low in airs, always aiming to make the right play, and it's a difficulty to do just that, being...
Here comes the payoff pitch to Hawley.
This one's hit up the middle and gloved by Barry. The throw not in time. An infield hit for Hannah Hawley. The Spartans have a runner on here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 down for Kaylin Cash, and that might be the hitter you want up as the tying run right now.
Well, Barry there almost made a dazzling play, trying to keep this one from getting into center field, diving, spinning, throwing, but Hannah Hawley using the speed.
2-2. This one's hit on the ground to short. Barry's got a beat on it. She throws to first. There's 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th.
Big out there for the Hawkeyes. There's such a big difference with 1 out, nobody on, and 1 on, nobody out.
Now that'll bring up Mick Anthony.
Tatum Johnson up the bat. There goes Trice. Caught stealing. What a play by Rivera. 14 steals on the season, but will not add 1 there.
Well, right on cue, we see the Cyclones try and test the arm of Rivera, and she denies Trice of her 15th stolen base. Just the 3rd time this season she's been caught stealing. But again, have some players that haven't lost, like at all. It's good to go through that adversity.
Ground ball to Jenna Young. She'll toss it over to Sujin Berry at second for the 3rd out. So she can swing away if she needs to. Here's a ground ball to Berry, having to move quickly, just in time, beating Trice by a step or 2. 3 outs, 3 up, 3 down for Jalen Adams.
Well, you won't see too many infielders able to make that play on Trice. But Barry, a low throw, but dug out by Tretton at first to get the speedy Serenity Trice for out number All-American honors last year. Was named numerous times Big 12 Player of the Week.
She's going to ground out to Sujin Berry.
Still able to get the out.
It's funny as long as you can get the out. Here's a ground ball to Sujin Berry. Yet again, Serenity Trice grounding out to shortstop. Saw that in the 3rd inning and see that now to end what has been Jalen Adams' quickest inning of the night. Working more and more efficiently, better and better as the game goes on.
Well, it helps with when the defense has been lights out behind you as well. Still 1-0 Hawkeyes. It's
Maddie Osborne and Galen Kelly in the 9 spot. Here's a grounder over to Sujin Berry at short. Steps on second for 1, throw over to first in time. A double play. Jalen Adams works around that walk very quickly and keeps Rutgers off the board in the 1st inning of the 1st game of the series.
Well, that's the defense we've talked about. Sujin Berry has a big bat, but also her defense phenomenal as well. Turns 2, and they blank the Scarlet.
The numbers, you know, the RPM and stuff, and now she's out there pitching competitively. Sujin Berry fields the ground ball cleanly. Only doesn't get good eye up there. Here's a swing, popped up. Sujin Berry underneath, then another out.
Phenomenal all year and giving them the opportunities to make those plays. Also allows her to not pitch as many, or at least not throw as many pitches throughout the game.
Now hard contact there from Briggs, but Berry able to catch it. It looked like she turned into a catcher out there at shortstop, catching a low fastball.
Yeah, nice play by Berry. Waited for it, picked it up off the turf without letting it touch the turf. There's the key. But
oh, what a grab by Sujin Berry out there at shortstop, leaping up and grabbing that one out of the air.
We'll talk about another player that's been misconsistent, starting her 49th game of the year and making a heck of a play out there. Back-to-back great plays from the left side of the infield.
Here's would be in a fantastic position, but here's a ground ball to Berry over to second in time. Young over to first, just beat out by Bailey Briggs.
Nurturing that leg as she was hustling down the line. Great play by Berry to knock it down. Nearly got Kroska, but you see her pull up there late if they want to try and complete the comeback.
Here's a pop-up. Berry running back, grabbing it. And Jalen Adams escapes. But L.A. Matt grounded out in the 4th, and now she's going to lay down a bunt. Avery Jackson going to second. She beats the runner. A risky play, but it pays off.
Wow, very, very risky from Jackson. If that goes into center field, that is trouble. But a strong throw to second, plenty of time, and the bunt does not work out the way Butler wanted it to. As
Ground ball hard to Barry. She fields it cleanly and over to first in Henderson. Here it comes. Swung on, driven right up the middle. Barry fields it cleanly, throw to first in time. The first out of the game.
On her shoulder, and that's why she's back in the dugout right now.
A hit and run action. Sujin Barry getting the ball right at the base.
Make sure you pay a lot of attention to her at the plate.
Yeah, those 41 RBIs tell you danger on the box score. There's a throw down, catching the runner, stealing Anderson. Can't get the second safely. Rivera with yet another runner caught stealing. The 2-2 to Hoekstra. She's going to line this one right at Barry, who gets a good jump on it and makes the play. That middle infield, you see them celebrating there. Sujin Barry and Jenna Young is just phenomenal. I mean, you add Avery Jackson to that. I don't know how many Big Ten teams can match the golden gloves that the Hawkeyes have and try to make the tournament and all that. Here's a ground ball. Jenna Young fields it, flips it over to Sujin Barry for one, and that's all they need to get out of the inning. Really young team in the Big Ten, playing some close games, but never really able to get the job done. Hoekstra is going to pop out to Barry. And it helps getting away from the contact at the plate. No more collisions there. Sujin Barry going back, making a play in the outfield.
Person's throwing a no-hitter, as everything's been a free base.
Well, this one's going to end that. Sujin Barry to the wall. That's going to bring home 2, possibly 3. You see Gollin, he's thinking about sending it Hannah Lindsay, but gave it a stop sign. But 2 more runs come across on that double from Sujin Barry.
Well, stat line doesn't look as weird, but a big spot for Sujin Barry, and she laces it down the right field line to score a couple more insurance runs. A big swing, and now the Hawkeyes lead by 3, and Barry, again, she's been one of the more clutch hitters and has the big bat, leads the team in home runs so far, as Adams is able to clutch it up like she does here. Gets some weak contact, popped up. Barry makes the play, and there's one. It actually happened in the 6th inning, and here we are. This time that Matthews hit's not going to go over the fence, so it's going to end up right in Sujin Barry's glove. Yet again, a couple of...
See on the bottom left side of your screen there. This ball just popped up down the left field line. It is caught. So a second out on the board here for the Hawkeyes defense.
And a great job all around. Walter is wanting to hunt for this third base, but a great job by Barry. Heads up, understanding that out's right in front of her. It looks like that right foot might have snuck in. The throw is on the line.
The previous play at
Pops one up. Barry makes the play. 1 out on the board. Campaign did deal with some injuries, started 36 games as she hits one into right field. That's good for a base hit. Coming home and sliding in safe is Caravaca. Second run on the board here for the Hawkeyes.
Even though Iowa says this is a swing, they feel a little unorthodox, she's so good at delivering her barrel. That one finding the perfect pitch. Again, waist high to be able to pull across the field.
Runners going on the move to second, and it's out. What a play. Megan Ricks out at second, caught stealing. Talking about what Desiree Rivera can do behind the dish, and there it's on display. The pop time, as you pointed out, Sid.
One of the best catchers continuing to prove why.